Hi, it's Linda. And as I promised, I'm here with a valuable exercise about a key thing that you must do. And that's take the very first step to get answers from within. So, how do you take that first step? Recognize when and how you're actually talking to yourself. If you're like me, you've spent your entire life taking care of others while ignoring yourself and your own needs, and never taking the time to actually listen to yourself and your own needs. In fact, not only do we not listen to ourselves, we've lost the ability to even recognize when we're talking to ourselves. Here's an exercise I call my perception style. It's a way to understand how and when you talk to yourself. This was my first step into actually listening to and valuing what I have to say. And the exercise is this: take a little notepad with you wherever you go. Don't forget your pen. And as you move through your day, make note of what captures your attention, whether it's something you see or you hear or you feel. It doesn't even have to be a complete thought, it's just an impression, a writer downer. Here's some examples of what I call perception notes, the kinds of things that you perceive that you might write down. Here's example number one: the clouds look like an angel. Here's a second example of a note you might write down. I heard, take a deep breath. And here's a third example. That gave me the goosebumps. Mark the moment with a quick note. There's something important going on, and you're training yourself to recognize when and how you're talking to yourself. So now that you have these perception notes, what do you do with them? Take them and categorize them in one of three ways. Ask yourself, what did I notice about it? Was it how it looked, what it sounded like, or how it felt? This is your opportunity to discover your perception style, also known as the type of sensory orientation that you have. In other words, you're noticing the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you receive information and insight, because it comes to you in a particular way. How something looked, how something sounded, or how something felt. To summarize, if most of the notes that you've taken have to do with sight, you'll notice words and phrases about something you see or picture. Your perception style is visual. If you notice that your notes mainly have to do with sound, something you heard or said, your perception style is auditory. If you find that the things that you've noted relate to physical sensations, something tactile, movement, or temperature related, your perception style is feeling. Categorizing your notes will help you understand how you prefer to talk to yourself. You'll find that your perception style is visual, auditory, or feeling. This important insight reveals the mechanics of how and when you're talking to yourself. Congratulations on discovering your perception style. Now you know when and how you talk to yourself. As you move around your world over the next day, you'll find yourself noticing the number of times and the ways you're actually talking to yourself. Great, right? It's exercises like these that help you truly value yourself. And yes, it's important to know the value of this exercise, but even more important to try it and to do it. And I'm going to support you in doing it. So go out there, enjoy, have fun, and I'll be back to check in again to see how you're doing and answer any questions that you might have.